The ripple effect, how bathing can transform your life and the world. Welcome to a revolutionary perspective that challenges everything we thought we knew about self-care, healing, and global transformation. Today, we're diving deep into the groundbreaking work of Ms. Felicia Muhammad, a visionary researcher and wellness innovator whose insights are reshaping our understanding of personal and planetary well-being. Her work isn't just changing lives, it's creating ripples of transformation that have the potential to heal our world. Imagine for a moment that the key to solving some of the world's most pressing issues, stress, depression, low self-esteem, even environmental degradation, was right there in your bathroom. Sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? But what if I told you that the simple act of taking a bath, when done with intention and awareness, could be a catalyst for profound personal and societal change? For decades, we've been told that bathing is just about getting clean or indulging in a bit of luxury. We've separated physical care from mental health, treating our skin like mere decoration rather than a powerful organ of emotional intelligence. But today, we're going to shatter that paradigm. Ms. Muhammad's groundbreaking research, published in the Global Research Journal and presented at King's College, Cambridge, proves that bathing, when ritualized with intention and natural elements, becomes a tool for emotional recalibration, nervous system regulation, and collective resilience. This isn't just about self-care. It's about subconscious reprogramming through the body. Let's dive into the numbers because they're staggering. In Ms. Muhammad's study, participants experienced a 31.7% reduction in stress, a 22% decrease in depressive symptoms, and a 15% increase in self-worth. And here's the kicker. These results weren't achieved through medication or traditional therapy, but through mindful bathing rituals and toxin-free skincare paired with inner talk realignment. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a bath. How can it possibly have such a profound impact? But that's exactly the kind of thinking we need to challenge. We've been conditioned to believe that healing happens only in the mind or only through external interventions. But what if healing is full body, full sensory, full spirit? Mrs. Muhammad's work shows us that when we honor the bathroom as sacred space, it becomes a portal for personal and planetary transformation. It's time we stop calling it just a bath. It's a ceremony. It's a return. It's what Ms. Muhammad calls the ripple effect. But let's back up for a moment. Why do we need this transformation in the first place? Look around you. We're living in a world plagued by chronic stress, rising rates of depression and anxiety, and a growing disconnection from our bodies in the natural world. We're constantly told to push harder, do more, be better. But at what cost? The truth is, we've been operating under a flawed paradigm. We've been taught to fear our darkness, avoid discomfort, and chase only the positive. We've been splitting ourselves in two, creating an artificial divide between our physical and emotional selves, between our individual well-being and the health of our planet. But Ms. Muhammad's research challenges this entire way of thinking. Her fresh perspective is this: water is medicine, the body is the messenger, and the bath is a sacred container for transformation. Let me share with you a story that illustrates the power of this approach. Sarah, a 35-year-old executive, came to Ms. Muhammad's program struggling with chronic stress and insomnia. She was skeptical at first, believing that her problems required more serious interventions. But after just 2 weeks of implementing Ms. Muhammad's bathing rituals, Sarah reported sleeping through the night for the first time in years. Her stress levels dropped dramatically, and she found herself making more mindful decisions at work and in her personal life. This isn't an isolated case. Time and again, Ms. Muhammad has witnessed profound transformations in her clients. Take John, a veteran dealing with PTSD. Traditional therapies had provided some relief, but he still struggled with anxiety and flashbacks. After incorporating Mrs. Muhammad's bathing rituals into his daily routine, John experienced a significant reduction in his symptoms. He described the practice as coming home to myself. These stories are powerful, but let's look at the broader implications. Through her published research, Mrs. Muhammad documented the measurable psychophysiological benefits of mindful bathing. Let's break down those numbers again because they're worth repeating. A 31.7% decrease in self-reported stress levels. Think about that for a moment. In a world where stress is a leading cause of illness and lost productivity, A simple bathing ritual could potentially cut our stress by nearly a third, a 22.3% improvement in mood and depressive symptoms. With depression rates skyrocketing globally, especially in the wake of recent global events, this finding is nothing short of revolutionary. A 15% increase in self esteem and emotional balance. In an era where social media and constant comparison chip away at our sense of self worth, this improvement is significant. And here's where it gets really interesting: a 23.4% increase in sustainable behavior. This shows that self care ripples into community care. When we heal ourselves, we're more likely to make choices that benefit our planet. Now, you might be wondering, how is this possible? How can something as simple as a bath have such far reaching effects? The answer lies in the intersection of ancient wisdom and cutting edge science. Mrs. Muhammad's approach integrates neuroscience, epigenetics, and intuitive subconscious work. What she's discovered is that when you combine water, intention, breath, and awareness, you unlock neuroimmune recalibration and subconscious pattern release. In simpler terms, a mindful bathing ritual creates a multi-sensory language of safety, telling your nervous system, you are held, you can release, you are home. It becomes a somatic pathway out of survival mode, allowing your body and mind to shift into a state of rest, repair, and regeneration. But here's where Ms. Muhammad's work truly breaks new ground. She's not just talking about individual healing, she's showing us how personal transformation can ripple out to create global change. Think about it. When you're stressed, anxious, or depressed, how likely are you to make choices that benefit the greater good? How much energy do you have to tackle big issues like climate change or social injustice? But when you're grounded, balanced, and feeling a sense of connection to yourself and the world around you, you're much more likely to take positive action. This is the essence of the ripple effect. When transformation begins in the bathtub, it touches every area of your life. And when millions of people experience this transformation, it has the potential to shift the collective consciousness of our entire planet. Let me share another story that illustrates this ripple effect in action. Maria, a community organizer, was on the verge of burnout. She was passionate about her work, but the constant stress and emotional toll were wearing her down. After incorporating Mrs. Muhammad's bathing rituals into her routine, Maria not only found renewed energy for her work, but she also started implementing similar practices in her community programs. The result? A noticeable shift in the community's overall well being and engagement. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have time for elaborate bathing rituals. I'm lucky if I can squeeze in a quick shower most days. And I hear you. We're all busy. We're all juggling multiple responsibilities. But that's exactly why this work is so important. What Ms. Muhammad is proposing isn't about adding another item to your to-do list. It's about transforming a routine you already do into a powerful tool for personal and planetary healing. It's about reclaiming your bathroom as a sacred space, your bathing routine as a ceremony, and your body as a vessel for transformation. And here's the beautiful thing: you don't need any special equipment or expensive products to start. You just need water, intention, and a willingness to be present with yourself. Ms. Muhammad suggests starting small. The next time you take a bath or even a shower, try this. As you step into the water, take a deep breath and set an intention. It could be something as simple as I'm open to healing or I release what no longer serves me. As you wash, pay attention to the sensation of the water on your skin. Feel its temperature, its pressure. Notice how it flows over your body. As you rinse, imagine the water carrying away your stress, your worries, your negative thoughts. Visualize it washing away anything that's holding you back. Before you step out, take a moment to express gratitude. Thank your body for carrying you through life. Thank the water for its cleansing properties. Thank yourself for taking this time for self care. It might feel a little strange at first, but stick with it. Remember, you're not just cleaning your body, you're recalibrating your nervous system, reprogramming your subconscious, and contributing to a ripple effect of healing that extends far beyond your bathroom. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Some of you might be thinking, this all sounds a bit woo woo. Where's the hard science? And that's a fair question. We've been conditioned to be skeptical of anything that doesn't come with a pharmaceutical label or a doctor's prescription. But here's the thing: the science is catching up to what ancient cultures have known for millennia. The healing power of water is well documented in scientific literature. Hydrotherapy has been shown to reduce pain, improve circulation, boost immune function, and alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression. Moreover, the mind body connection is no longer a fringe concept. Countless studies have demonstrated how our thoughts and emotions impact our physical health and vice versa. What Mrs. Muhammad has done is connect these dots in a new and powerful way, showing us how we can leverage this connection for profound healing and transformation. But perhaps the most compelling evidence is the results. Remember those numbers we talked about earlier? A 31.7% reduction in stress, a 22% decrease in depressive symptoms, a 15% increase in self worth. These aren't just feel good statistics, they represent real improvements in people's lives. They represent fewer sick days, better relationships, increased productivity, and a greater capacity to contribute positively to the world. And let's not forget that 23.4% increase in sustainable behavior. In a world grappling with climate change and environmental degradation, imagine the impact if even a fraction of the global population experienced this shift. We're talking about millions more people making choices that benefit our planet, not out of guilt or obligation, but from a place of connection and care. This is the true power of the ripple effect. It starts with one person in one bathroom taking one mindful bath, but it has the potential to create waves of change that touch every corner of our world. So, where do we go from here? How do we take this knowledge and turn it into action? First, I challenge you to rethink your relationship with bathing. The next time you step into your bathroom, pause for a moment. Remember that you're entering a sacred space, a portal for transformation. Approach your bathing routine not as a chore, but as a ceremony. Second, start incorporating mindfulness into your bathing practice. Use the simple steps we discussed earlier. Set an intention, pay attention to sensations, visualize release, and express gratitude. Do this consistently and watch how it begins to shift your entire day. Third, pay attention to the products you're using. Remember, your skin is an organ of emotional intelligence. The toxins in many conventional bath and body products can disrupt your hormones and throw your system out of balance. Consider switching to natural, toxin free products that support your body's innate wisdom. Fourth, share this knowledge. Talk to your friends and family about the ripple effect. Encourage them to transform their own bathing routines. Remember, every person who adopts this practice contributes to the collective shift we're creating. And finally, think bigger. How can you extend the ripple effect beyond your bathroom? How can you bring this sense of mindfulness and intention into other areas of your life? How can you contribute to creating a world where self-care and planet care are one and the same? As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a powerful quote from Ms. Felicia Muhammad herself. She says, "Healing is not a destination. It's a lifestyle of decoding the messages your emotions, patterns, and nervous system are trying to send you." This, my friends, is the essence of the ripple effect. It's not about achieving some perfect state of health or happiness. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every discomfort, every moment of darkness is not a sign of failure, but a sacred teacher with information for your evolution. The world has taught us to choose strength or softness, success or surrender, spiritual or strategic. But Mrs. Muhammad's work shows us that true healing comes when we embrace this and that, the grief and the gratitude, the confusion and the clarity, the wound and the wisdom. When we stop splitting ourselves in two, we begin to live whole. And when we live whole, we heal not just ourselves, but our relationships, our communities, and our planet. So I challenge you today. Will you continue to see bathing as a mundane task, or will you embrace it as a powerful tool for personal and global transformation? Will you remain stuck in old patterns of stress and disconnection, or will you step into the sacred waters of change? The choice is yours. But remember, every time you step into your bathroom, you have the opportunity to create a ripple that could change the world. Will you take that opportunity? As you leave here today, I want you to think about this. What if the revolution we've been waiting for isn't out there in the streets, but right here in our bathrooms? What if the key to healing our world is as close as your bathtub? It's time to dive in. It's time to create your own ripple effect. Because when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. Thank you